The clock is ticking toward February 5th, and the NBA landscape is about to explode. We are seeing rosters crumble and stars move, but all eyes are currently fixed on the Boston Celtics. This team was written off by every major critic in the country before the season even started. They were supposed to be sellers, cleaning house and looking toward a distant future. Instead, they have defied every single logic, posting a stunning record of 31 wins and 18 losses. They are currently ranked second in net rating. A statistic that proves they are not just winning, they are dominating the competition. But beneath this surface-level success, a massive storm is brewing in the front office. A decision must be made, and it must be made now, before we reveal the cold calculated strategy Joe Mazzulla just leaked to the media. Do your part. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for every breaking update, and hit the hype button right now, because the next 48 hours will change everything for the city of Boston. The pressure is mounting because Jayson Tatum is finally preparing for his massive return to the court. While that sounds like good news, it actually creates a logistical nightmare for the Celtics organization. They need to clear payroll. They need to open a roster spot, and they need to do it without destroying the chemistry of a team that is already elite. Are they buyers or are they sellers? The reality is that they are playing both sides, and that is a dangerous game to play in this league. Joe Mazzulla finally stepped to the microphone before the game against the Milwaukee Bucks and gave us a glimpse into his mind. He is not acting like a man under pressure. He is acting like a man with a hidden agenda. Mazzulla told the press that he sticks to the process every single day. He focuses only on what gives the team a chance to win that particular day. He talked about maximizing the film room, the practice court, and the game clock. It sounds like standard coach speak, but in the high-stakes context of a trade deadline. It is a message to his players to keep their heads down while the world around them burns. The Celtics just finished destroying the Milwaukee Bucks, and now they head into the heart of Texas for a brutal back-to-back sequence against the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets. They will be on the road, tired and vulnerable, exactly when the trade deadline hits this Thursday. Mazzulla claims he does not get distracted easily, but how can any professional ignore the phone calls that determine the fate of their career? This is not just about basketball. It is about the survival of a potential dynasty. We are looking at a team that refuses to blink while the rest of the league panics. But here is the terrifying reality that no one in the media wants to admit. Is Joe Mazzulla truly ignoring the trade rumors to protect his players, or is he quietly preparing them for a blockbuster move that will send a core piece of this team packing? Can this locker room survive the sudden betrayal of a trade after fighting so hard to reach the top of the standings? Would you like me to analyze the specific players most likely to be included in this potential Celtics trade package before the Thursday deadline? The landscape just experienced a seismic shift that could hand the Boston Celtics the keys to a decade of total dominance. We are witnessing a tactical opening in the Eastern Conference that was completely unforeseen just 48 hours ago. This is not about minor bench adjustments or lateral moves. This is about a surgical strike for a target that has been on the radar of Brad Stevens for years. If the front office executes this plan, the hierarchy of the league will be altered permanently. Before we break down the specific maneuver involving the Atlanta Hawks and the future of the center position, you need to act. Secure your spot in this breaking coverage by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and activating the hype button right now, because the information we are about to disclose is strictly time-sensitive. The catalyst for this sudden chaos is a surprising transaction completed by the Atlanta Hawks on Sunday morning by acquiring Duop Reef from the Portland Trail Blazers. The Hawks have effectively signaled a fire sale for their veteran frontcourt. This move makes Onyeka Okongwu the most attractive and available asset on the market. Okongwu is currently playing at an elite level, averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds nightly, while showing a terrifying ability to defend every position on the floor. His contract is a masterpiece of financial value, paying him $15-1 this year and rising to $16.88 million by the 2027 to 2028 season. For a Celtics team needing a long-term solution at the 5, this is a rare opportunity to snag a starting caliber anchor who fits the salary cap perfectly. The trade deadline on February 5th is looming, and the window to secure Okongwu is closing. Every single hour, sources suggest the price for this championship upgrade involves parting with Anthony Simons, a player the Celtics have protected fiercely until this moment. To make the numbers work, Boston might even have to absorb the contract of Luke Kennard and surrender significant draft capital. This is a gamble of historic proportions that requires immediate action. We're looking at a potential starting lineup that would be virtually impossible for any opponent to score against. The most critical factor here is not just the talent upgrade, it is the fact that this trade secures the defensive future of the franchise for the next 5 years. Is Brad Stevens brave enough to sacrifice a star guard like Simons to finalize this defensive masterpiece? Or will the Celtics hesitate and watch a rival contender steal the piece that completes their puzzle? Would you like me to analyze the potential salary cap implications for the Celtics if they successfully acquire both Okongwu and Kennard before the deadline? The NBA trade deadline is officially 48 hours away, and the pressure inside the Boston Celtics front office is reaching a breaking point. While the entire league expects Brad Stevens to hunt for size in the front court, a sudden and unexpected name has just surfaced in the rumor mill. We are looking at a tactical pivot that could catch every rival contender off guard. Before we reveal the specific target that could change the rotation overnight, do your part. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for every breaking update, and hit that hype button right now because the clock is running out for the green and white dot, according to high-level NBA insider Jake Fisher. The Celtics have officially checked in on Sacramento Kings guard Keon Ellis. This news is sending shockwaves through the fan base because it contradicts every previous report about the team's primary needs. Ellis is currently navigating a difficult season, averaging only 5.6 points per game on 37% from three-point range. This is a significant drop from his elite performance last year, where he averaged 8.3 points while shooting a blistering 43% from deep. However, my professional opinion is that Brad Stevens sees a massive buy-low opportunity in this defensive specialist. The most enticing factor in this negotiation is the financial landscape. Ellis is playing on a contract worth only $2,300,000, making him one of the most affordable, high-upside players available before the February 5th deadline. But here is where the situation turns from curious to dangerous. Keon Ellis is on an expiring deal and will become an unrestricted free agent this summer. This means Boston would be trading assets for a player they might only keep for a few months. It is a high-stakes rental that suggests the Celtics are not just looking for depth, they are looking for a specific spark to survive the playoff gauntlet. If the Kings are ready to move him by Thursday, the Celtics must decide if he is the missing piece or a massive distraction. The urgency is real, because other contenders are already circling the water. Is Brad Stevens actually preparing for a much larger move that requires this specific backcourt insurance? Or is he about to waste valuable trade capital on a player who could walk away for nothing in July? Would you like me to track the specific draft picks the Celtics might have to surrender to finalize a deal for Keon Ellis before Thursday?